Now, let me explain to you how me, a 16-year-old kid, has managed to generate over £30,000 from my phone with just my own knowledge and just a bunch of time invested into this game. So basically, as you can tell by the title, it is organic dropshipping, which I do, and it's been a long journey. So I've been doing organic now for about a year and a half, coming up to 2 years, and I've got like a good amount of experience from a lot of past failures, especially because when I started, I was literally 14, and you can imagine 14-year-old kid is not really going to know what he's doing, especially when it comes to making money. So even though I'm not an absolute expert now, I can definitely tell you that I've learned a lot in my journey, and obviously it's took me places that I generally didn't think I was even gonna be able to get to at this age. So yeah, that's basically a little rundown. But let's just say, so I started in 2023, like my whole self-improvement journey, and it wasn't actually a like dropshipping brand I started with, or a dropshipping product. It was actually a clothing brand. So let me just open the window real quick. So if you remember, back then, I believe it was 2023. I'm sure it was like towards the end of 2022, start of 2023. If you remember then, clothing brands were a massive thing, right? Like clothing brands were going crazy. They still are, but like at that time, every single person was just owning a clothing brand. And now me and my business partner at the time decided, yeah, it's a good idea to probably start one. So we started one with no past experience, no business experience, no nothing. Generally just two kids wanting to make some like good money online and live a better life. To cut a long story short, because I've already explained this story a lot on my channel, so if you want to check that out, then feel free to go and check that out. But basically, cut a long story short, the clothing brand didn't work out, and yeah, that basically what brought us into dropshipping. And it was like first or second product, I believe, we managed to get some sales with, and that was kind of that like big starting point. I'm in college now, but I was literally sitting in my high school class, science class at the back, and I full on just heard the cha-ching noise, and I'd never heard it before, like generally, not on a YouTube video, never for myself, anything. So I heard it and I was like, what on earth is that? And I pull out my phone and I look at the sale notification. I was like, right, this is it, this is the start of something big here. And it was like a £35 order as well. I remember a woman from Florida, £35 for these. It was a little fidget spinner keychain things, which were really big. Made a decent amount of money with those, but obviously nothing too crazy. And then again, cut a long story short, there was a lot of learning phases in between then. I had a winner at the end of that year, so at that Q4, which made me about 6k, my first 6k month, which was really, really good. And then fast forward a little while, 2024, I was in a bit of a wrong mindset towards the start. I just had a big month, and then everything started falling apart after Christmas, and I was feeling kind of lost. I was feeling a bit demotivated, and that had a real bad effect on the whole trajectory of the 2024 season. And it wasn't until the end of 2024 that I'd like really underestimated myself. I was like, I just want to make a few grand here just to push me a bit. And then again, cutting the long story short, which I will go into it anyway, but end of 2024 is like, I believe it was in the last 3 months, I did 30k in sales with my winning product. So yeah, that's obviously where the 30k was made. Now, I've just made this video simple, and cut it to 30k. I have made a little bit more than that, because if we add everything together, but this was just those like 3 to 4 months that I've counted there. So yeah, basically I just want to tell you some advice that I'd give to beginners, or even more just people who haven't reached that 5-figure mark yet, what you can do, or what I'd recommend you do to get there. So the first thing is, you got to understand that mindset is the most important thing, because like I said, the whole reason that 2024 was a bad start for me was all because of this in here. My mindset was messed up, and that kind of messed my whole trajectory up of the year, because it started off bad and it just spiraled down. Obviously towards the end it spiraled up, but that was because I decided to change. I decided to just stop whining and stop moaning about not being able to make money or anything. And So again, that's where it comes in. Mindset is everything, and I've spoke about this before, but I'll constantly say it because it's true. Mindset is very important, and along with mindset becomes discipline and consistency. Now that's my next point, is because consistency is the most important thing. If you pair a good mindset with consistency, you're bound to win. Like, you're destined to win. There's nothing that can stop you, because if you can generally stay motivated and consistent, not even motivated, disciplined and consistent, and then pair that with obviously the good mindset and everything like that, you're gonna win. Like, no chance is stopping you, really. And it's the same with like positivity, staying positive throughout your sort of the work you're doing, because if you don't enjoy what you're doing, it's going to be hard for you to carry on what you're doing, if you know what I mean. So you need to make sure that you're sort of enjoying what you're doing, and making sure that you're staying on top of your game and you're staying on top of your work, and just, yeah. So that's the first bit. But the next bit is organisation. So you want to make sure that things are set in place. So now, I'll tell you, even though everything sounds fine and dandy with the last Q4, like with my biggest months and stuff, it actually wasn't fine and dandy all on the inside, because I was not very organised at all. I spoke about it in literally my video posted yesterday, if you want to go check that out, the big mistake I made. But yeah, that mistake basically messed the whole thing up. It was unorganised, really unorganised, and yeah, basically I didn't really know what I was doing, because it was the first time I'd ever had a product really explode in the way that one did. Because obviously all my other products were like, okay, 6k a month, that's really good, that's really cool, but then 30k in like 3 months, that was insane. So I wasn't really used to it, and I didn't really get to grips with it quick enough. But now I'm advanced enough to be able to control myself when I get into that situation again, which I'm going to do soon, trust me. So yeah, basically staying organised is a very big thing. And now what I've learned from that, and what I employ now and sort of apply to my day-to-day basis now, is that I will make sure that every single night I have a to-do list ready for the next day. And this isn't just some little like list of, do this. This is a full-on breakdown of my whole day in different sections. So I'll have like, first of all, I'll put a goal sales amount, and then a goal of a certain amount of sales on a product. So for example, one of the products right now, I'm trying to scale it a bit, so I'll put like an extra 1 sale each day on the goal. So right now, it kind of dipped a little bit, so I've put my sales goal today as 2 sales on X product, and that's just something that helps me stay sort of accountable for myself. And then I'll also put like my goal for day is £200 a day, so I'll put goal £200 a day, and that's just another little tick box thing, because I get a lot of, you'll realise this as well when you do this, you get a lot of sort of this dopamine effect from just ticking boxes that you've achieved. So say you edit a video, then you tick a box saying you've achieved it, you get this dopamine effect. So yeah, split your to-do list up. I do goals, then editing, then filming, then other. And if I have any main tasks that I'm trying to get done, like right now, I'm trying to really push my like video ideas, and trying to get lots of video ideas. So I'll put that under a little main task sort of subtitle in my to-do list as well. Now this is probably going to take 5-10 minutes to do, but it's worth it, because it's going to make sure that the next day is productive. This 5 to 10 minutes could like save you from hours of unproductivity. So I definitely recommend that, because that's just something that's kind of worked for me. But yeah, other than that, like, you've obviously got consistency, you've obviously got mindset, but like another thing you want to do is just make sure that you're like ready, and you're just sort of pushing every single day. So you've got like consistency, discipline and everything, but you just want to make sure that you just have no excuses, because if you like somehow manage to not have this strong mindset, and you like just make excuses all the time, then you're not going to be able to like push through and just actually break through that cycle. Because I've found a lot of times where I'll choose the easier option. Obviously I try to do that as little as possible so I can keep myself accountable, but there has been times where I'll like choose the easier option of doing something, and then your mind gets into this cycle thinking, okay, this option's easier, so we'll carry on doing this, and then you can end up getting stuck doing like, even that's like the same video idea that hasn't worked, but it's easy to do, so your mind just keeps you know, replaying it, stuff like that. You want to make sure that you're just onto it. And I think one of the last things is that you need to understand that you need to work smart, not just hard, because even like as the saying goes, work smarter, not harder. You've got to understand that. I mean, obviously, you could be watching this for a different like business model, but consider I put organic dropshipping in the title, I'm guessing you do organic dropshipping as well. So you got to work smart with organic, because organic dropshipping is all about catching the attention of viewers, right? And if you're just copying everyone else, then viewers, like, it's pretty common sense that if there's a video angle going viral right now, but then you wait to do it, it's going to get, like, tired out. And the reason it gets tired out is not because of the algorithm, but because of the people watching. Like, if someone, you imagine, right, if you ever, like, scroll on TikTok or something, if you see the exact same video every single day, and, you know, it's from a different person, you're just going to keep going past it because you're just sick of it. And you've got to understand that you've got to be quick, right? Organic's all about being fast and quick on the things. So, like, if some new video angle comes out, do it straight away. Some new products you find, get it straight away. It's like me the other day. I found this new product and I'm like, that's great, I'm going to make money with that. So straight away, it's a custom product as well. So straight away, I designed the product and I've sent it over to my supplier, and I'll literally be getting that like next week, ideally. And that's how fast you got to be. You can't, like, I've done it myself many times, right? I've sort of either I've thought, okay, I don't really want to do this video, I don't think it's going to work. Or I've either gone like, okay, I don't want to order this product yet, or I'm just going to wait, you know, let's see how things go. Both times I've done that, I've ended up obviously not making money from it. But then the one time that I've chosen to say, okay, right, let's try this video idea out. I don't want to do it because it's going to be difficult. It's something that I'm not used to doing. It's a new thing. I'm going to try it anyway. I did that, and then one of my organic accounts is now 100,000 subscribers because of that, and that's also on my channel as well. I've posted a video about that, or a few. But yeah, basically that all came from me trying out a new video angle that I didn't feel like trying, but I did it anyway, and boom. Again, I think it was like something stupid, like 80,000 subscribers in a month or something, just insane. But yeah, so that's that. And then other than that, I think the other thing with the products wise is that the product that, like, I've just got, I don't want to obviously reveal it or anything, but the product that I've just decided to customise and everything is a product I looked at ages ago, and I thought, that's good, but then I kind of just forgot about it. I kind of just took it off my mind, and then someone just, like, started going viral with it. So, you know, that's another thing you want to think of. Like, if you see something, whether you're a beginner or you're more advanced, just try it out, give it a test. Obviously, not if it's something stupid. Obviously, you're not really going to know that as a beginner, but the one thing I always recommend to people, no matter what business model you're in, just do it, just try. Stop, like, obviously, unless it's like paid ads or something, you've got to be a bit more careful because you don't want to just waste your budget, you don't want to burn through your budget. But it's like, because I've done some paid ads as well, I've stopped doing paid ads now, I'm going to probably get into them again at some point, but I only did those towards the start. And I made some sales just because I started, you know, I didn't like mess around just doing loads of, obviously you want to do your research and stuff, get an idea for it, but don't end up spending like too long on research, because that is when you can just get in this cycle of like never starting it. So especially with organic, because organic's very, obviously it's not costly at all, so there's not really much of a risk to do with it other than time. But the time in the game is the, you know, the gold mine. So just get your product on and just start filming. Not even like, I can't think of his, I think it's like Chapsticks or something. You'll probably know him. I was listening to a documentary the other day, and he was saying the way he's managed to like be so successful is by not even building websites at the start. He'd just film products, get good at filming, and then go ahead and build websites and see if they convert. So yeah, just try that out, honestly. For what worked for me is that I was kind of just really interested in the whole business, and I thought, okay, well, I've found a cool product here, because obviously I found those spinning things. So, you know, maybe even do that. Maybe start with some product that you find cool, so you kind of get into this mindset where you're like, okay, this is fun. I get to film products that I like to film, and I get to make money doing it. You know, that's like an ideal situation, isn't it? So yeah, just try that out, because honestly, if you have fun doing what you you know, what you're doing, then you're gonna want to do more, aren't you? Like, the man who enjoys walking is going to walk further than the man who enjoys the destination, because the man who enjoys the destination, aka you just enjoying getting the money, is just going to get a certain amount of money, whereas the man who enjoys the process of getting the money is going to get loads more because they enjoy doing the things that they're doing in order to get it, if you know what I mean. So that's another quote that I always say, because it's really important, and you've got to think, like, if you enjoy doing what you're doing, you're going to go further. So yeah, just do that. This was a kind of a longer video. I can always do a part 2 as well, because I've got a few things on my mind, but I don't want to make this video too long. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. I'm posting every single day. I'm truly grateful as well for all the new subscribers I've had so far, and all of, like, the comments and the engagement I'm starting to get on the channel. I really appreciate it all. So yeah, if you did enjoy, if you are interested in obviously this style of content, please consider that, and I will see you in the next video.